Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another example related to API call with the help of resolver. Prior to this session, we talked about a normal data passing from resolver to component, but this time we are going to see the process through which you can access the data through API. Okay, so by the end of this session you will be able to understand how to use resolver to get the data and then pass the data to component before it loads. Okay, but before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use resolver in order to get the data from API. Okay, and for the sequential content you can refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3000 plus resources freely available in both Hindi as well as English language. Okay, all right. So let's start. Here you can see we have one main heading that shows Angular 19 course by Sharmit. After that I will put my second heading, and here I will write API calling using resolver in Angular. Okay, API calling using resolver in Angular. Now after that we all know that we need some components. So one component is already there that I have created. In case if you don't know how to create component, you just need to write here ng-gc and then the component name. Okay, so when you press enter on it, it will create this component for you. I kept everything same, just change the heading. Like earlier by default it comes with a paragraph, I made it as a heading about page. After component we need a resolver file, so let's create it. So here you just need to write ng for Angular, g generate, r for resolver file, and then the folder my resolvers, then component abt, and press enter. Not component, resolver name, and then press enter. Once you press enter, it will add this folder my resolvers, where we have this two file, spec.ts and resolver.ts. spec.ts we are not going to touch because this is something that maybe at the end we will use for testing purpose, but not in this session. Okay, and the resolver.ts is the main file where we will write the entire logic. So let's go one by one. Firstly, what we will do here, we will change this. We all know about this basic structure because we already discussed it. So here what I'll do, I'll just change this boolean with any. Okay, because we want to pass at particular data. Then remove this return from here, and let's follow my methods. Like I'll just show you the syntax and you have to try the same. So firstly we will write here console.log. In console.log we will write resolver executing before about component loads. Okay, now next what we will do here, we will define few constant. First const is http, which is equal to inject of http client. So these are the things that we need to call API. Then we will write here const API URL equal, then we will put the URL. I'm using one public URL, but in your case you can use your own URL if you want any particular API. Okay, so I will write https :/2 time JSON placeholder dot typecode.com/users/1. Okay, so this is the API URL, and terminate with semicolon. Then what after this, what we will do, we will define here API call plus error handling. Okay, so that if any error occur, it will handle it. Handling. Okay, now here we will write return http dot get API URL. So basically it is getting the data from the API. Dot pipe, then opening parenthesis, opening closing parenthesis, expand it, and here we will write catch error to handle the error. Then opening closing parenthesis, opening closing parenthesis again. Here we will use err space equal arrow bracket, expand it. Inside this we will write here console dot error. Then we will write here API error colon, then we will put a comma over there, error. Okay, so this thing is ready. Now you can put a semicolon over there, and after this what we are missing here, did we made a mistake? Let me remove the semicolon from here. After error there should be semicolon, not sure why it is not working. Okay, let's check it again, otherwise it will cause issue later. So after pipe, like there should be one parenthesis opening, then catch error, then two parentheses opening, error, then one is closed, that is fine, equal angular bracket. Then we will write here console dot error, inside which we have noted down API error and error. Then after this we will put semicolon and move ahead. Okay, so after this what we will do here, we will write return off, press enter. These things should be imported. Okay, catch error, off, inject, resolve function, HTTP client, otherwise it won't work. Then opening closing parenthesis again, inside is curly braces again. Then we will write here default data. So let's say if any error occurs, so in that case it will show this default data, error user, then a comma, email, and always make sure to use it in the same case, otherwise it won't work. So here I will write NA, then after email we will simply put a company colon, and in company we will write here curly braces, name colon, then we will write here n/a. After this there should be two curly braces close, one parenthesis close, after that there should be one semicolon, then opening and closing. I think we made some mistake here, let me check it thoroughly. Okay, so I just change a few things, like now you can see it is in perfect order. Okay, so you have to write it in the same way, and once this file is ready, now we are good to go for the app.route.ts file to configure it. So let's quickly do it. This session will take go longer because there are lots of things that we are supposed to do here, so I will do the things quickly so that it won't take much time. Here we will define the default route, redirect to colon about colon yes, then we will write here path match, which is full. Perfect. So this thing is ready. Now we will put a comma over here, and then we will write another path where we will write about comma, after comma we will write a component, in component we will write about component, then comma, then we will write here resolve, then we will write here about data, then colon abt resolver. Okay, then a comma after this, and then we are good with it. Okay, so just save it. So this thing is done. Now it's time to use it. So to use it, we will go to firstly to the app.component.ts file. There we will define few things. Let me show you how. Just simply expand this thing. Here you can write constructor, but before that let's define one variable, user info. Okay, then colon, then we will write here any, then we will define here constructor. after a constructor we will write private route colon activate route and press enter. Opening closing parenthesis. Because this is a constructor, then we will write here ng on init. Okay, I think again we are going to do a mistake. This should be inside a about mode component, not here. Let me clear it from here, because this should be a part of about, right? Because we are attaching that resolve with about, so here it should be defined. Okay, so let me re-enter it. Fine. So now after this, what we will do, we will define the ng on init. So ng on init, which is a method, and inside this we will write here this dot route dot data dot subscribe, then opening closing parenthesis, again data, then we will write here square bracket equal and angular bracket with curly braces expand, then we will write here this dot user info dot this dot user info equal data, then we will write here square brackets, and inside this we will write here about data, then semicolon over there, then we will write here console.log, and here we will simply write data received from resolver. Okay, then just simply, if you want, you can print the information here as well, this dot user info. Okay, and then simply save this file after a semicolon. Now we are good to go to about.component.html, where we will define all these things. So for that, just add div. In div we will write star ng if. Okay, then we will write here user info, then call this thing semicolon, then we will write here else. Okay, and else we will write here loading, that we will define later. Okay, now after this, what we are going to do, this is not defined yet because we will do it later. Now next, what we will do, we will add one paragraph here. In paragraph we will define all these values. So you just need to write here user info dot name. Make sure to you write it in the same case, okay, otherwise it won't work. Now you can print the things, name, then we will write here email, here also email. Okay, then we will write here the next thing, that is company. I'm sure you remember this thing. In default while error handling, we define these things in the same case, right? So in the same way you need to write. So here we will write company. We made a mistake, you can see company, yeah, then dot name. Perfect. So this thing is ready. Now the next thing is after this div we will define the loading part. So for that, ng template. Okay, and here in ng template we will assign the name as loading. Okay, now you can see this error is removed, and after that we will write here p tag, where we will just simply write loading user data dot dot dot. Okay, perfect, fine. So we are good with this also. Now it's time to make some changes in app.component.ts and HTML file. I'm sure like some of you are thinking that it's quite big session. Yes, it is, but this concept is also very important, so that's why we are covering it all. Here you just need to define router outlet comma router link. Perfect. Now go to HTML. Here we will just simply define some buttons that will take us to that particular route. Okay, so let's add the button. In button we will write go to about page, then here you will write a router link where we will just write about. Perfect. And then here we will add one HR tag if you want, or else you can simply, we can keep HR tag, and then we will write here router outlet. Perfect. This thing is ready. Now it's time to define the things in main.ts file. This is very important because without this you will get some error. So to resolve that error, you will go to main.ts. Let me show you what error you will get. Okay, ngserve -- open, enter. We haven't update anything here, but let me show you. Okay, so this is the thing. When you click on this button, nothing is happening. Why? If you check inspect and console, you will find this null injector error. So to fix this thing, go to main.ts file and just made the changes that I'm going to show you now. After this app component, whatever is written, let's clear that because I will show you from scratch. Just use this curly braces with semicolon and expand it. Now one by one define the things that I'm going to show you. You need to write here providers colon, then we will write square bracket, inside this we will write provider router, then inside this we will write routes, enter, then a comma. After this here we will write provide HTTP client, opening closing parenthesis, and after square bracket we will put a comma, then press enter, and after enter we will write here curly braces and parenthesis close dot catch, then opening closing parenthesis. Inside this we will write opening closing again. Here we will write ERR, then after ERR we will made the arrow, and after this arrow we will simply print one message console.log ERR, and that's fine. I think you just need to remove this part. I think something is wrong with the parentheses and braces. Let's check it. Okay, so we have app component, then we have comma, that is fine, then curly braces, then we define the providers colon, square bracket is opened here, then routes are defined, providers, then this square bracket is closed with a comma. This is fine. After that we are missing one parenthesis. Instead of this we added a 0. Yeah, now it is good. Now you can save it and refresh the application. So you can see we are able to get the result. When I click on this, go to about page, I think one thing is still missing. Let's see why it is not coming properly. So here you are using user info company.name, which is quite correct, I guess. Let's see what error we are getting here, why it is not coming. Cannot read property name. Okay, undefined cannot match routes. Okay, so something is wrong with the company name, so we will fix it, no worries. Close it, save it, ngserve -- open, enter. Let me show. Okay, still it is not coming, so something is wrong with the thing which we define. Let me see the about resolve ts file. Here we have defined everything with properly, then we will go to about component.ts. Here maybe we made some mistake, so we are getting the data into user info. Okay, in HTML file, let's see if we made any mistake in HTML file or not. So about ts is there, then we have routes, components, company colon, then it should we need to go this place, user info dot company question mark name. I think this will not cause an issue. Yeah, it is not getting the data. Let me check it. Okay, I got the issue. Actually, we made a spelling mistake here. It should be company. Now it's save, refresh, and now you can see it is showing the company name. Okay, and same thing you can verify using inspect. There is no issue now. This is the issue, but I think cannot read the property name. Okay, let me go there. Let's close it and refresh it. Okay, so this route should be opened. Yeah, so we are able to see the name, email, as well as company. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.